And I'm on a little field trip to Mount Carmel Cemetery over here in Hillside, Illinois. And I've come to see a friend of mine, a friend of all of ours. His name is Capone, Alphonse Capone. Born in 1899, died in 1947. Passed away due to the ravages of syphilis. Easily curable, but he was afraid of needles, which sucked real bad. He's a gangster, was a gangster, and he did some bad things at his time, but he also did a bunch of good things. He opened up soup kitchens during the Depression. I've heard stories of him buying newspapers off of kids, not just one newspaper. A kid came into a restaurant one time, and it was a rainy, cold, stormy night, and he bought all the kids' newspapers that he was walking around selling, just so he can get back home to his family. It's like, here, kid, get out of here. Give me all those newspapers. What the hell? Friggin' geese are going to attack me here. A bunch of other good stuff, too. There was a drive-by shooting, an attempt on his life, and some people were caught in the crossfire. And it was no fault of his own. What did he do? He paid for all their medical bills. Took care of them. You know, they're in the wrong place at the wrong time. They're being shot at because of him. Ridiculous. I wish we had more Al Capones right now. The guy took care of business, and he kept the streets safe, I think, for, regular people like myself. I'd be able to walk around Cabrini right now if we still had an Al Capone. I wouldn't get mugged. He wouldn't let that kind of stuff happen. The camera's kind of shaking as it's cold out here, isn't it? Anyway, loving father, dedicated family man. I looked up his bio last night of places where he had houses, and I've heard stories about him having like 2 houses next to each other in Cicero. I grew up in Berlin, right next to it, so you hear a lot of stories. There's tunnels from one house to another, so if the cops raided one place, he'd just go hang out at the other. It's pretty badass. I want to do something like that. What else did he do? What else? No, I knew a guy his father was Al Capone's mechanic and driver, so he had a lot of first-hand knowledge of where the guy lived and stuff like that. It was pretty cool. I also heard stories of secret passages inside his houses and stuff like that. Where, if you counted the windows on the inside and you counted the windows on the outside of the building, they wouldn't match because there were secret rooms. It's pretty neat. And apparently he lived in a place called Grand Beach, Michigan, which not many people knew about that place. It's got a population of only about 1,000, and you pretty much got to know somebody to buy a house there. That was pretty badass too. A place called the White House. It was a big mansion-esque kind of a place there. Pretty cool. So you guys get a chance, look him up, learn more about the guy before you make judgments. Capone, Tommy guns, bang, 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 whatever. Know what you're talking about, and you know what? You respect the guy like I do. One last thing. One of my favorite phrases uttered by Al Capone was, you can get further with a kind word and a gun than you can with a kind word alone.